Okay. I know you've read or heard about that game, movie, or comic, blah, blah, but you haven't heard it from us. So chill, relax. Let us talk all about it before you log off.
What is up, everybody? How is the world doing? This is so odd. We haven't done it in a long time. We haven't done it in a very long time. You are listening to Before You Log Off at night. Well, not really at night. And we're doing it live, everybody. So if you hear sounds like that, that means we're on twitch.tv / Before You Log Off. That's right. And the chat is here with us. It's a long time coming. This is what this has been, we've been building up for a century plus, I would say. Century is 10 years, 100 years, right?
100 years.
100 years. So yeah, 100 years. Boom. We're good. Said it first time. Boom. With me, as always, of course, the internationally known Steven Gutierrez.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
Well, how you been doing, sir? How have you been doing in the quarantine?
Surviving. Trying to stay clean.
Have you been wearing your mask?
I should be wearing my mask right now.
You should. You should always wear your mask. Always wear your mask.
The 5G's in the air. We don't want to spread.
You don't want the 5G
viruses.
No, you don't want the 5G
and the interwebs.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm really, really excited for today because two things. One, we're going live for the first time.
Yes. For the first time,
and hopefully this will be a trend.
Faces.
You can see our faces if you're not out here. Don't worry, you can catch us next week if you're just listening to the podcast. But two, special announcement, because somebody else is here with us that is now official. Before she wrote, okay, so let's give it a little backdrop. Before she wrote honorary member of Before You Log Off on her Twitter bio, and I happened upon it. I don't even know why I was looking at her bio or whatever, because, stalker mode, whatever. But when I saw that, I messaged her, and I was like, did you put that on there? She was like, yeah, I put that on there. Is that okay? And I'm like, yeah. Like, what do you mean?
Fine?
That's more than okay. And so today's announcement will be that officially a part of the BYLO team, everybody, a part of the BYLO family, Rachel, everybody. Say hello, Rachel.
Hello, my adoring fans. I am really glad to be a part of the BYLO crew. It was beginning to be a little bit of a sausage fest, so
wow,
break it up.
How dare you? Wow. How dare you talk about that? We have Adam. He's still a part of the things. And then of course, she's been a huge part of Uncanny, the other podcast that we do. She's very creative. It was a no-brainer. And then she's been a friend for at least 200 years. So it's like, yeah.
I think it's only been 2 years, actually.
First of all, I like to use hyperbole. So
hyperbole, okay.
Yeah, that's what we're doing then here.
So weird.
So the podcast.
This friendship feels like it's been forever.
And that's a good thing, though. That's a good thing. When it feels old like that, that's a very good thing. Right? No? Okay, whatever.
It felt natural.
We also have the chat room running up there. Special cases, Mr. Westnall, J-Lap, all chiming off in the chat room. This is the first time they get to see all of our beautiful faces.
This is
live.
True. Yeah, it's been a long time.
I
shouldn't have left you.
We've all been on camera before.
It's been a while for me and Steven.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's a little weird seeing it again.
No,
yeah,
it's not that
I know.
weird.
I had butterflies coming on, so I was like, "Oh God, my makeup."
I did too. I was like, "Do I even remember how to do a podcast?"
I was gonna say. I thought you were gonna say, "Do I remember how to do makeup?"
This is natural.
You got that natural beauty, man.
And if you can see behind me, I'm at Faux Oblivion Comics and Coffee, not our sponsors, because I miss it so much during this quarantine. Can't sit down. Can't have a nice cup of coffee that'll just sit there because I don't drink coffee, and write and read comic books and stuff like that. So we need to hurry up. Wear your masks, please, so we can get back to the freedoms that we all enjoy. Loitering.
Parties.
Wait, what do you mean? We can still have, you can have 6 feet parties, right? Everybody comes in a bubble.
Parties.
Everybody's like in the bubble boy thing, and
Yeah, if they're like in like a bubble, sure, but No, people aren't staying 6 feet apart in parties. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry. If I was in like a bubble air suit or whatever, I'd be running into people on purpose.
Oh,
That-
yeah.
Be funny.
Yeah, like the little soccer
never
things. You
know.
seen those?
Yeah.
We got to do that.
Those are
Actually,
great.
when quarantine's over, we got to go do that. We got to do that.
Oh,
That'll be.
I'm down.
So
I will die, but I'm
no,
down.
you won't. You're fine. You know why? Because you're lower to the ground, so you have that lower center of gravity, and it's harder to knock you over. That's what that'll be. So you'll be.
She's
fine.
already on the ground.
Yeah, you're already on the. Yeah, so
That's terrible.
you'll be fine.
I feel discriminated against over here.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't, because you're on camera.
Thank you.
So anyway, we have a lot of stuff to go over today. The world is crazy, especially bleeding into the nerd and geek realm, which is ridiculous. It shouldn't be that way. Hopefully, we can lighten some of the moods. But if we can't, then it's too bad. So anyway, the first story that we're going to go and talk about today, now that I bring that up, that's actually terrible, because the first story we're doing is EVO has been canceled, everybody. So the long-running fighting game community, tournament or whatever, has officially been canceled. If anybody doesn't know what EVO is, it's basically just a giant tournament that has like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat,
Super Smash
Tekken,
Brothers,
Super
stuff
Smash Brothers,
Yeah.
and everything like that. The problem, if you haven't been on Twitter or on anything as of lately, is that everybody and their mother has been being exposed or accused or whatever about different type of abuse allegations and, just general bad stuff. And so now the CEO and co-founder, Joey, Mr. Wizard, I think his name is Seller. He's got, of course, a scandal going on. And, of course, companies are not going to want to get close to that type of stuff.
Himself, yeah. The CEO has a scandal of his own. Like, I don't know if it's just a toxic community.
Well, see,
like,
I don't.
in the background.
So it's a tough thing. It's a tough thing to say, only because. And Rachel, you definitely could chime in better on what I'm about to say than anybody else that were here, because years ago, when I first started doing like interviews with people, or even just like talking to people that are in the cosplay community, I saw that they were kind of like breaking off into cliques and stuff like that. Like there was only like a group of people here that like, oh, we don't really talk to these other people here, or we don't really talk to these other people here.
You don't associate.
Yeah, and I was just like, that's weird. You guys are all into the same like thing, right? Like you all like enjoy different either games or animes or cartoons or whatever have you, books or whatever, and then you make costumes from them and you do the pictures and stuff like that. And I was just like, is this community toxic or something? What's going on? Like, where is the unity in this type of community?
I don't know if you wanted to talk about like when it goes for like the gaming industry and like the whole Evo thing, I can't really like say anything on that, but like cosplay at least. I just feel like the more industry you get, more people are just trying to like grab for fame. But if you're just doing it more casually, because I've been cosplaying for 15 to 20 years and I haven't.
Sheesh.
I know it's been a while.
I didn't know that was.
You put that number.
I know.
I know,
like,
right?
I didn't think double digits. Oh, but continue.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, no, that's cool. No, because I've been doing it since I was like 13 and I'm almost 30 now.
Old school nerd.
Yeah. And so like I don't know, I haven't had that much experience with toxicity like in the cosplay community, and I've always felt really warmed and welcome from everybody that I've interacted with. And all my friends, like close friends, everybody that like means a lot to me are from the cosplay community. So I think it's just like who you hang out with and how you see that I don't know what your goal is for those type of environments and what you're like aiming for. So cosplay, if you're trying to go for the fame and everything, it could be more toxic because you're just kind of doing like the ladder grabbing,
Yeah, and I mean, and that could be kind of parallel to like the fighting game community, because it kind of turned these people into overnight celebrities, quote unquote. Like,
yeah, people get like big, huge egos and they think they're like, oh, hot shit. So.
Yeah.
Do you know who I am?
Exactly.
Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Stealing French fries. So,
oh my god,
if they If they, I mean, it's just people that are, regular day people getting celebrity thrown to them, then it's just kind of like, do they know how to handle that type of situation? That whole absolute power corrupts absolutely type of situation as well could pop up. And they just been taking advantage. And these are the consequences, I feel. The Evo Online being canceled. I think these are the consequences. You had
It's
Bandai
definitely
Namco.
shocking the community that haven't. I'm just gonna go ahead and say some of them may not have done anything. They're just innocent people that actually go compete in these tournaments.
Yeah.
But it's enough to put a shock to where now they're paying attention to the people they're competing against more now, because they're probably going to be like, is this person doing shady shit in the background when all this stuff is over?
And who would
I
think
don't
that you
know.
would
I
need a
think it's
background
really,
check for a video game? Like
well,
a,
it shouldn't, but
video game.
now because if I was a pro, whatever Smash player, whatever, and that stuff that came out about Nairo, and I don't know if anybody's been following that stuff, but I don't know. I would just be questioning that, like the next person I play. I don't know. That's just a personal thing, though. It's weird.
Well, like I said, big companies pulled all their games from it. So you had Bandai Namco, who I want to say they do the Dragon Ball Fighter Z game. They pulled out of it. Capcom, of course, Street Fighter. They pulled out of it. You had, I think it's Nether Realms or whatever, their Mortal Kombat game. They pulled it out of there. And the whole thing about having a online fighting game competition is you need the games. If you don't have the games, you literally don't have the competition.
Nobody can compete.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they're all gone, and they want to distance themselves from all that stuff, and rightly so. You don't want to be seen with these type of allegations accompanied to your brand and stuff like that. So Evo 2020 online was already cut short because we had COVID, of course, so they couldn't gather in one spot. And now, because of all this, it's just gone. So I don't know. The company or whatever have, of course, distanced themselves from Mr. Cellier. And I believe the other co-founder has now stepped up. But it's just like, how do you recover now? Like, how do you go from...
I honestly don't think they can.
I mean, is there... Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, is there any other type of tournaments that are like this where it's just online that everybody can gravitate towards instead?
There's probably like second highest ones, that are...
Yeah,
but
because they have qualifying matches and stuff.
Yeah, they do all that other stuff.
Evo.
I just feel like Evo, though, is like the Super Bowl type of situation. Like everybody plays to go to Evo, and that's the big one.
Event.
Yeah, that's like the main event. So like they might have to rebrand. And I mean, taking a year off may not be the bad thing. Come back next year after all the COVID and stuff is gone, and be like, hey, Evo 2021, we're here. So
just rebrand, disassociate yourself with the CEO, obviously.
Oh yeah.
It shouldn't be him coming back and just trying to rebrand something. No, he should be far removed from this stuff. And any players that have been coming out that have been confirmed toxic and stuff, they should be probably cast.
And as far as I know, they've done a good job of doing that, of like, weeding out anybody and stuff like that. I mean, I think I look at it with everything that's going on, with everybody that's being, exposed, quote unquote. I just feel like it's a better time now to rebuild something better. Like from these ashes, something greater will come of it. So just like I said with E3. E3 didn't go down, and they start doing these things where everybody's doing their own little special events and streaming online and stuff like that. All the little videos for their new games. I think that's a better idea.
I like that so much more.
Yeah,
I don't.
What?
Why?
Because I haven't been keeping up. I haven't been able to keep up with anything.
But you watch stuff. You watch them all at once, man.
The announcements and stuff, I don't even see them. So I couldn't even tell you anything new that just got announced that's slated for next year right now, because I feel like I'm so out the loop.
Yeah, I feel like the only ones I saw were
conference.
PlayStation. So
Yeah,
You just got to
So,
set notifications on your Google alerts or whatever. That's all you got
well,
to do.
see, that's the thing is I haven't even seen anything posted for like Microsoft's supposed to have a conference or not conference, but like
A little video showing
what is
or
it? A
whatever.
little video thing, yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I have like I don't know when that's supposed to be. I haven't seen anything on it. I've just heard rumor that that was gonna happen. So
I
like,
mean,
have you guys seen anything or heard anything? It's not marketed well to me.
well,
And I get the reasons like COVID and stuff is kind of throwing a wrench in everybody's, but
Yeah, they
it's just I don't
I feel
know.
like they
Maybe
need some
next
like
year.
yeah, yeah. I feel like they just needed like some sort of like one type of hashtag that you could all do so everybody could see those type of announcements because everybody has their
Mm,
own like hashtags and their own branding. So you not everything is picked up in like social media because it's just like the popular things that pop up now, not like an actual timeline.
yeah.
Um where E3, like everything was branded as E3. So even if it was like PlayStation, they're like, oh, E3 announcement. So anything E3 would pop up. So it would be easier to see it, I guess.
Yeah,
I
'cause I
like the
know
idea. I think all they need to do to add it to make it that much better is whatever they're showing, have a live demo that people can download at home right then and there. Like
Mhm.
show us the trailer for whatever, and then be like, and you guys can download it right now and give it a try on your blah 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 PlayStation,
see
Xbox, blah blah
that's
blah.
ideal, but I think that idea is far away from their minds right now.
That's sad. It's sad,
It
sir.
is. No, it should. Like that's ideal of like what the conference could be in the future. But right now, launching it is rough because they haven't like it's not to me it's not well thought out. Like I think what is it? I don't know if it's IGN or Jeff Keighley or somebody's doing like the summer of games or something like
Yeah,
that.
Jeff Keighley's doing that one.
Is it's Jeff Keighley? Okay, and
Has that even
everything that
started?
I've seen from that, yeah, that's the
Really?
problem.
Hold
It
on.
started.
I gotta Google that
Like
real quick. Go ahead.
they were supposed to be releasing stuff, and I don't know. It's not marketed well. It's not done like as correct as I would want it to be to where information comes out. But
Well, maybe it's because it's the first time. It's the beta. It was their first time doing it.
it's like,
Like it's
yeah,
not.
but when you play a beta and it's crap, are you you're more likely to be like, I don't want to play this anymore.
It says coming in July. We just hit July. It's July 3rd.
It's already happening.
Wow.
Right?
Oh
I
shit.
saw
Wow.
they've been
Damn.
no, they've been posting stuff on Twitter for like videos of people talking just like we're talking over Zoom. Not well, we're not over Zoom, but people on Zoom and
Close
stuff.
enough.
Um, so they've been doing stuff and they've been using that brand because I've been seeing shit all over Twitter.
I literally am just on my phone right now, and it says July 3rd, 2020. So
Well,
today maybe they were talking about us. I don't know.
maybe we started it.
Yeah,
But
we started
I'm
it.
Jeff Keighley.
That's how you didn't know about it, Steven, because we're already inside the
This
Matrix.
reveal face,
Yes. Wow.
Jeff Keighley.
And you're Jeff Keighley? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, somebody photoshopped that in.
Speaking of reveals, everybody, our next story.
Hold
Oh, you got-
on. Because chat hit us up with I think it was JLab. He was talking about the Laura Bailey situation on Twitter
What happened with
Oh.
Laura
with
Bailey?
Last of Us 2.
Hey, we like
So
tangents. Let's go.
a bunch of people have been like sending her like death threats and like
Whoa.
bad messages
Yeah. People
over
have been
Last of Us 2.
crazy.
I'm in the middle of the game, so I haven't beat it.
Wait.
I don't know.
Who's
No spoilers
'cause
in the chat, please, or
Yeah.
we'll ban you.
I'm
Um,
uneducated about Last of Us 2. Laura Bailey is the main character?
She
She's
plays a character.
Plays
in the
Joel?
game.
no. She
I would pay
plays
for
like
that.
I'm not gonna say any spoilers.
Okay.
I did not play either of them, but I watched Emma play the second one all the way through on her stream. And Laura Bailey, she plays a secondary, like new character that they introduced. But the way they introduce her isn't like I guess the best way. And so a lot of people disliked that character. And so now they're attacking the voice actress because of it.
Yeah, it's very toxic. You should not be doing
It's
that type of stuff. Like it's a game, people.
yeah.
It's not real life. You know what I mean? There's no real reason to hate
Mhm.
this person whose job was to portray this character.
So
Yeah,
Laura,
because she did
oh,
she
go
did a
ahead.
fantastic job with like the voice acting. And I personally thought I didn't play either of the games, but I thought her character was really, really good. Like I liked her, but she just did a few shitty things or that people didn't like.
The character, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean the character did.
Mr. West Nile in chat says, just like people getting pissed at Chris Pratt for Star-Lord's actions in Infinity War.
Oh yeah,
I mean, to be honest,
where
he was kind of at fault
He
for that
did
whole
ruin
thing.
it
He
for
ruined
everybody.
that.
I mean,
Yeah,
whatever.
we had the
Yeah.
glove in our hand, man. Like, come on.
It was over. We won. You ruined it.
I don't know. They do their best jobs as voice actors. They, if you don't like it, you don't have to, attack the person that did the job. Like, you just, hey, I'm not feeling that one. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I'm not
Yeah.
saying like you have to like everything, but you don't have to attack anything. That's the thing.
She's not in the writer's. Well, she might be in the writer's room, like working with them, but I don't think she wrote the storyline. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, there's no reason to be angry with her. It doesn't make sense to me. So
Yeah, just like
if you're one of those people doing that shit, knock it off.
yes, definitely knock that off.
Yeah, knock it off.
Yeah, that's definitely not a good thing. Yeah. What's the next one we got here? So, exciting news, because one of my favorite games, Fallout,
I'm so excited.
is getting an Amazon series. Now, first of all, from the creators of Westworld, that's the other part of this, headline. This was from Engadget.com. I was a little skeptical at first when I saw the little the little teaser. They showed like what is like no, because it's not a real trailer. It's just a little, it's a tease.
A teaser. A tease, yeah.
Oh no, I want to see.
It's literally that picture that's in.
Yeah, literally the picture that we have on the
It's
stream.
just that.
That's all it is. Like, yeah, it's maybe
Please
20
stand
seconds.
by.
It's maybe 20 seconds or something like that. If you haven't seen it, it's all over the place. Just go to YouTube or something like that. But it's from the creators.
Standby loading screen.
Yeah, it's just a steep please stand by loading screen, which is actually it's actually my, I want to say it's my Discord thumbnail for my little thing as well.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. It used to be on my Twitter until we started Before You Log Off, and yeah, Fallout I played 3, and from then on was just in love with the series. It is amazing. I know one of the chatters in the room, Special Cases, and we were on Discord talking about what it possibly could be when it comes out. I thought it was going to be a movie until I saw it say that it's going to be a series.
I think it's going to be better.
That's a smart move.
Yeah.
Yes.
Had a lot more
Series is a
detail.
smart move.
Explore a lot more.
And if I could steal Special Cases' conversation that we were having the other day, he's looking more for a story that's closer to Fallout 4, which he believes is the best one. He's in chat really right now saying 4 is the GOAT. But I kind of agree with him on it just a little bit. Only because it's the beginning kind of story of that universe.
It's an introduction.
Yeah, it's an introduction. Ugh, I can't even speak. Introduction to that universe, and that's
we're getting the rest off, and it's okay.
I think that's dope though. That's how you should start. Like, if you know nothing about Fallout, you can't just throw them into the future where everything is ruined and they're going around the waste. Like, give them I don't want flashbacks. I don't want any this is what my life was before this. I want the beginning. Show how the bombs dropped, what led up to it or whatever, and then show us the aftermath.
You started? You started with the door opening, and it's the guy for Voltec selling you the
That'd be dope.
insurance.
That would be
And
dope.
then that's how you do that whole thing where it's him running to the damn vault. They go into the vault frozen, and then he wakes up. His wife gets capped.
Wow.
He goes explores the waste.
Wow,
to find some
spoilers.
caps.
Well, what
The
if
beginning of the game?
I know.
what if it's flipped? Because there's no real details on this one. It just says Amazon's latest sci-fi series will be a familiar one to gamers. The company is partnering with Bethesda, which is awesome. They're partnering with the actual, company that's been making them.
That's
To make the show based on the post-apocalyptic Fallout series. Tweets from Bethesda and Amazon confirmed this, and Bethesda has also confirmed that the Westworld creators Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy are developing the show through their Kilter Films production. And I looked up Kilter Films because I think somebody was like, what if it's an animated thing? Like, no.
I mean, if it was animated, it would have to be like animated really well, almost on the same level as like Samurai Champloo, with this really like stylized and.
Let's just go to live action.
No, I think live action would be better for this.
I don't know, Rachel. I don't know if you saw the Nuka Break fan films that they did. Like, when I think New Vegas was came out.
No, I didn't see those.
Those were good.
Those were fan made films, and they were actually really good. Like they were done really well, and like when I saw that, I was like, this is possible. They could translate this over in getting a bigger budget production. Like you can make this world feel real,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and I really can't wait to see that shit on
Yeah,
the
I would love to
silver
have like
screen.
a post-apocalyptic like version of seasons 1 through 5 of Game of Thrones. Really good writing. They just explore the world. They just do a whole bunch of little things where like multiple little stories they kind of intertwine into one. I think that'd be cool.
So when
Yeah,
we're thinking main characters on this, are we thinking they just take something from the game, or do we just go brand new? We start just all new. We're just gonna call this person the Vault, Vault Boy or whatever, and he comes out of the vault, or she comes out of the vault, or whatever, and we go from there.
I say
I-
they make it interactive. We choose the character.
Wow.
Oh my god.
You know how long it would
That's
take
it.
for
That's
us
the
to
only
create the
interaction.
character?
That's the only interaction we get. Is
It
we
would-
choose.
It's coming out in 2025 then, because that's how long it's going to take for everybody to get
They have to
together.
shoot 2 films.
Sheesh.
One
But-
as a man, one as a woman.
The Nuka
Terrible.
Cola Break, the little indie movie ones, they actually got a big name on that one. They got the guy that played Ape Sapien in Hellboy. What's his name?
Doug Jones?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, he was in it. He played like
Nice.
a
Okay, I'm gonna
mayor
watch
of
this
of one of the towns or something like that. I think he was.
Was he wasn't in makeup, was he?
No, it was just him.
And
He was.
that's why you didn't recognize
It was him. He had like this.
You wouldn't recognize it with makeup anyway.
you know when he's a monster. You're like,
That's true.
that's
Those-
Doug
the
Jones.
body movements.
It was
Yeah.
it was good, and I think they ended on like a cliffhanger from what I remember, because they had like the 3 main characters. It was like one of the characters came from a vault where like being fat was the norm or whatever, and they kept
He
calling
was
him
the
like the
skinny
skinny.
one.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
a
he was
chunky
the
guy, but
skinny
he was skinny compared to everybody else. So they would always make fun of him and stuff like that, like, oh, you're the skinny, scrawny, and so like that's how he thought out in the real world. That's his mindset was. He's a loser, skinny, scrawny guy, but everybody was like, what? Like, you're bigger than everybody else. You're like, we're starving out here. What's wrong with you? But it was him. It was another lady that she was like wanted for some reason, and then
Yeah,
it
she
was
was already in the waist.
yeah, she was already in the waist, and then they were with like a ghoul as well, and something he had like a backstory too. But then they were being hunted by the guy that had the oh my gosh, what's the Republic, the California Republic armor
yeah,
on?
He was in the Ranger.
He was in the Ranger outfit,
He
and
was-
they
he was
kind of
like
ended
hunting
on that, and I was like, this is getting to the good stuff, and now we're just going away. So I don't know.
Okay, I need to see this. You need to send me all the links after this.
Oh yeah, I will. I
will watch
will,
it.
Pretty
because
good.
Nuka Cola Break is actually pretty good. Yeah, the guy who did that, he I don't think he just got funded. That's what it was for the last
Yeah,
they probably blew it all on Doug Jones.
the
That's
last season.
Yeah.
that's a lot of money there. that's a lot of money. But
Well,
yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like, I really do hope like it's a new story. The main character is just a new generic whatever like vault dweller character that just like finally leaves the vault and he explores the wasteland. But it'd be kind of cool to see like some really popular characters that you could have as companions appear in the show.
It just
Especially, like,
comes out of nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah, like
screaming
like
at
either
everybody.
like some like ghoul characters from
Who-
like the past ones or like androids. So if it is like set in a different time zone, they kind of live forever, so they'd still be there.
There's one character who's the crap, what's his name? He's in 3 and he's in 4. He's a kid
talking
in
about the one
3.
from the kid, yeah. Oh,
He's a
God.
kid in 3, and he's a
McCready?
McCready. Yeah.
Yeah.
We need McCready
McCready.
in there. Yeah.
McCready's
He's
good.
you. I mean, you could totally miss him. You can totally miss him if you don't, find him as a companion in 4, or if you don't go to, I think it's like Little Lamplight in
Bill
3.
Lamplight, yeah.
Yeah, like you could totally miss the whole thing. But his character, I loved seeing how they had him like grow up and like a callback in 4, and I was like, "Are you the same kid that was at like I almost shot your whole team up?"
Killed your whole family.
Because that team, when you roll up on that camp, they shoot a rocket at you or whatever, or at least they shot a
Yeah.
rocket at me, and I was like, "I'm gonna slaughter all you kids." Trying to kill me. What's wrong with you?
But
it's you can't. Yeah,
man.
not without mods. So yeah, no real information on the series. You just got to keep an eye out for that Amazon series. Amazon might be doing big things. Got the Lord of the Rings series coming out. Got the.
I'm so excited for that.
I mean,
Lord of the Rings. Call out.
We'll see.
Yes.
We'll see how.
No, sir. No. Shush. Lord of the Rings.
Are they spending like $1 billion on this fucking thing?
On the Lord of the Rings one?
Yeah,
probably.
It's like
I mean,
a lot of money to invest in this TV show.
I mean, they did that with Game of Thrones. Like each episode, or not Amazon, but Game of Thrones. Each episode was a couple $1 million. I don't even know how much at this point.
Yeah, but like, what is this show gonna have? Like 6 episodes?
No, it's gonna be a full-on series.
Yeah,
it's not a mini series.
You can have a full-on series that's like 12 episodes or 6 episodes.
Really?
Yeah, per season.
I thought it was like a mini series. I thought it was like the 6 episode. Sauron comes through and says, "Hey guys, I'm here. I got a ring."
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know the story. I'm sorry that I didn't read or watch all the extended, cuts.
It has nothing to do with
you should be sorry because you're missing out. You're missing out on a lot.
It has nothing to do with the movies. It's all in the Silver Age, I think.
It's a prequel, right?
Yeah, it's before the Hero Age or whatever.
It's like I think around the same time as the Silmarillion or like right before it.
Okay. Oh, all
yeah,
right.
so that kind of takes place when Sauron's like making the rings and he's like turning a whole bunch of elves into orcs. So it's just kind of like beginning with the Dark Age, I guess. And all the that stuff starts happening.
Sorry if we're ignoring the chat too much. Of course, we'll try to have you guys chime in from time to time whenever you say anything relevant to the conversation. Because chat is popping off in there. Of course, if you want to join the chat and you're listening to just the podcast now, we're going to be doing it every Friday at twitch.tv/beforeyoulogoff. Kennedy is in there saying everything needs to be a freaking K-drama, 16 to 20 episodes at an hour apiece. That seems a bit much.
No, we need that for Lord of the Rings and we need that for Fallout. I 100% agree.
Give
me more content.
20 episodes at an hour apiece?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will binge watch that all the time.
That's not bad. That's like 2 seasons.
Wait, what's the longest you've watched, or like a series, the longest series you've watched with like multiple, that's been like an hour and had that many episodes?
I rewatched Game of Thrones, all of Game of Thrones 10 times.
That's terrible.
I loved it.
It's good.
You know why? Because you know where it's going, though.
Last season.
I know you know. I
like it. I love all the small details, and every time you watch it, you pick up something new, and it's a good story until season 6.
Yeah, but you don't know any of the characters' names until about season 4.
Wow.
Yeah,
no.
but
No.
But the thing is, like, you pick up all the little small details that don't amount to nothing at the end when it goes.
Unfortunately, that's why I pretend season 6, 7, 8 do not exist.
Oh.
And I just stick to 1 through 5.
Obviously, you stop watching as soon as Jon and Daenerys boink.
Oh.
And then you're like, that's it.
So the incest.
They never find
you
out
stop at the incest. Okay. But so that's what you're into.
Okay. You edit that part out. Right?
No.
That's what it is. You make your own history.
You're watching the boinking, and that's disgusting.
You revise your own history.
You're disgusting, sir. We're moving right along. Next story, of course, we got from IGN. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 producer teases that they're going to have new groundbreaking art techniques. Spider-Man.
God.
And I knew this is why I brought this up. Hold on. I knew this is why I brought this up because I know you had issues with your eyes watching this movie, Stephen.
Yes, and it was confirmed to be legit. Okay,
it was, yeah.
Changing the frames of Miles.
Yes,
like that shit made me nauseous and dizzy.
To explain and everything for people who are listening, they made the frame rate a lot slower for Miles in comparison to Spider-Man when he was first training, so they were off. Like Spider-Man was way smoother than Miles, and that just messed up.
Yeah, he Miles was off. I think it was
he was 24. Yeah, he was 24 frames, and then he moves up to 30 frames, I believe.
And then as soon as Miles becomes Spider-Man, they put him at 30 frames.
Yeah.
It was an artistic technique.
I actually didn't even notice it.
I didn't either.
I didn't either.
I didn't.
We don't need that shit.
I mean, I
think it's really creative.
I kind of noticed it, but it didn't bother me enough to be like, I'm getting nauseous. Oh, I gotta throw up.
It was nauseating. Like it was just like because whenever you watch a video and the mouth sync is off,
No,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like,
yeah, no,
you're
never
like,
had that.
oh, this is kind of like running slow. It's not running like at the right speed. And that shit irritates me. And that's the best example I can give in watching this movie and like trying to enjoy it when I can't because I know something's it's off.
hmm
Yeah, so it's irritating. So I hope with this one they can design the characters a little bit better because Kingpin, what was that?
It was
Kingpin, I like
Kingpin. What are you
design.
It was
talking
a
about?
walking square with a head in the middle.
What are you
No,
talking
I
about?
liked it.
Terrible.
It was
I
fine.
loved how like stylized it was.
Kingpin was terribly designed.
Nah, he was
I
cool.
will stick by that. He was
Okay,
a block of
Doc
meat
Ock,
with
though.
a head in the middle of his chest. He looked like Quado from
But
fucking Total Recall.
yeah, she shush. No.
No,
But
it
okay,
was
Doc Ock
terrible.
though, she was fantastic.
Doc Ock was great. That was a
Yeah.
good twist. I love that.
That was
Mhm.
actually, yeah. I didn't see that
was
twist coming
great.
at all. Yeah,
I will give
Mhm.
that.
that was actually very good. Yeah, that was a good twist.
But yeah, other than that,
Well,
design.
nothing really in detail. I think he's a producer on the show, or on the movie, Christopher Miller.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to see real quick. Yeah, he's a producer. Christopher Miller. He tweeted out the development of new groundbreaking art techniques being done for the next Spider-Verse movie are already blowing me away. It's going to make the first movie look quaint.
But like, so the first movie,
Everything is slow.
I don't even know how they're gonna top that or make it different. But have it still feel like it's the same universe or like the actual like same series, because the first one, which just had like such a unique style, it was already groundbreaking. I'm curious, but I also don't understand how they can really top it, or imagine how they can top it, I guess would be the right word.
This is how you top it. You add live action in the middle of it.
No, no.
Seamless
Thank you. I don't
live
need that, like,
action.
It's
SpongeBob
just
live
gonna be-
action.
Yes,
David
exactly
Hasselhoff
like
pops
that.
in.
You
No,
do it
thank you.
exactly like that. You
Oh my
you
God.
have Miles
No,
swinging
how-
around.
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, you have Miles swinging around, and then out of nowhere, boom! It's Childish Gambino. He's swinging around
God.
in there,
Yeah,
and then
Or
boom!
like a
so he's
live
gonna
action
go from
Spider-Man that looks
15
like
to
the old
30?
school Batman.
Hey, CG can be crazy, guys. You can CG the face and make him look younger. You guys saw it in Iron Man movie, right? Whenever they had Robert Downey, or no, Iron Man. What was it? Civil War. Whenever he had the younger face and he, showed what he looked like when he was a teenager. They could do all that stuff. It's Hollywood. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. Let's go back in time. Let's throw them all the way back. And then look, boom. If we're doing the Spider-Verse, this is a perfect time to throw in Toby. This is the perfect time to throw in Andrew
It's never
Garfield.
a perfect time to throw me. You
I've
throw
been
'em in the
pitching that
trash.
idea as a Spider-Verse thing since the beginning. Is they
No.
should have all been in that.
Have them,
No.
yeah.
And then you
Tobey
get Helen
Maguire,
Mirren
no.
to be Madam Web.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
That's
then
actually
Ooh,
perfect.
Madam Web,
do
yo.
that
That's
storyline.
actually perfect. That's actually
Yeah.
very, very perfect right there. She
Like
would be
him,
the
like-
perfect one.
Only if they show like a split second of Toby and Andrew, because I don't really want them in the movies at all.
Oh, yeah.
You
No,
gotta
that's fine.
you gotta pay homage to him a little.
Yeah,
You know?
you make him come in, do
They
something
did homage to
heroic or
Toby
die,
Maguire.
and then you keep it moving.
Did they really
They showed
do?
the infamous kiss scene. They showed him like stopping the train. They already did homages to him. We don't
When-
need
when
anymore.
do they
And then
show all
Andrew, we can
those?
just forget
But
about him.
imagine that, like if it was the actual Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, it was the actual Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
That's
It would-
okay.
it
I
would've been
like my
better.
Nick Miller from New Girl Spider-Man.
No, he was fine.
Oh, he's
crushed
great.
it.
Yeah,
he's
great.
He crushed the role. I don't want to take that away. I'm just saying if you would have had those characters that people are already familiar with and just added them into it, it would have been the icing on the cake. It would have been.
I don't
that
think
much
it would
more
have been
delicious.
because they were bad Spider-Mans. I did not like them, and it made me
You
dislike
didn't like
Spider-Man.
hipster cool Andrew Garfield or
Nobody liked
No.
that one.
I thought you were going to say like
Uh,
the emo Spider-Man for Spider-Man
weird
3,
emo?
and the
Tobey
cringiest.
Maguire?
So okay, I know you probably don't like them now, but at the time when they came out, you still didn't like them.
I didn't really like Tobey Maguire, and I thought Kristen Dunst as Mary Jane was really,
No,
really
yeah, she
stupid.
wasn't a
I
good
hated
choice.
her guts. I did like Spider-Man.
I like Kirsten.
I like
I didn't think
no,
Kirsten Dunst is a
no.
good choice for that
They were
role.
like 40 playing high schoolers in the first one. No.
Yes, that's how we always
Disgusting.
do it. That's how
No.
you
Joe-
always
Joe
do it.
Manganiello was the bully.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually saw that
yeah.
recently. Somebody
Go
pointed
watch
out
it
to me, I was
again.
like,
It's
"Oh my
him.
goodness." But no,
Him. He
I like
throws
the
the slow
second
punches.
Spider-Man with Doc Ock. Like, I felt like Toby was actually playing Spider-Man more like the actual comics and the cartoons, because when he was just Peter, he was like a little lame nerd or whatever. And then when he was Spider-Man, he was like getting more sarcastic and more talkative and kind of taunting the villains. I was like, all right, you're actually doing a better job. And the villain was fantastic. But
Yeah.
otherwise, I didn't care for him.
Okay. All right. I mean,
Not a fan of the Defoe. No,
Willem
Weren't a
Dafoe
fan
to
of
me
Defoe?
killed that.
Oh, Willem
He
Dafoe
did
was
crush that.
Yeah, he
role.
crushed that
good.
role.
Yeah, he was the only good part.
I was upset that he died at the end of it because I was like, no, this is a character
Well,
you need to
that
bring
was straight
back.
from the I think comic books.
Yeah, but this is a character
way
you
he
bring
died,
back
so-
though. Like
Yeah,
you
but-
need to
Meh.
Gwen
save that to
Stacy
the
was supposed
third
be in
one.
there,
Yeah, like have Gwen Stacy be in that
in the
one,
first one.
and then have
Yeah.
him
Keep
you know,
dropping her.
yeah, just keep
every-
You
dropping
drop
her.
her and then you just die.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's
That's
brain
fine.
smash.
Anytime that we can get Willem Dafoe as an enemy or a bad guy in a movie, I'm for it. I'm all for
yeah.
it. Yeah,
I
He's
mean,
so
that's-
good.
he did single handedly. He was the best thing from that Death Note TV
You know what the
show.
worst thing was from
Exactly,
that first
yeah.
Spider-Man movie? James Franco's hair.
James Franco.
just in general.
Just James
His
Franco,
hair.
yeah. Just James
in
Franco.
general
Yeah.
is
I mean,
terrible.
true, yeah, but his hair was just on another level. I was like, I hate it. Can we just shave that off? I don't know what's happening here.
I don't think I've actually seen a James Franco movie I've enjoyed.
Pineapple Express.
Again, I don't think I've ever seen a James Franco movie I've enjoyed.
This is the
I-
end? The
Yeah,
interview?
I stick to all.
What about the show
my
Freaks and
statements.
Geeks?
I never even saw that.
What?
Kind
I
of a
have
douchebag in that.
I literally have
He was a
nothing
total
against
douchebag, yeah.
literally have nothing against James Franco. It's just I don't think I've seen any of the movies that I've been like, oh, that's a good movie starring James
Yeah.
Franco.
I mean, like, honestly, all those I just listed, I loved them, but I didn't love them because of James Franco. He could have been replaced and would have been just equally as good.
Okay, so
Yeah.
then all right then. That's yeah. So I think
Then
we've
who's the real disaster artist?
terrible. That's what I want to watch actually.
Asking the real
Tommy
question.
Wiseau or
Actually,
James
I'm
Franco?
gonna watch that one, and if he is good in that one, then I will definitely because I'm interested. I saw the trailer or whatever for it, and it looks good. It looks good, so
Yeah.
I might have to.
I actually do like his brother. I forget his name, but he's in the Disaster
Dave?
Artist as
All
well.
right, let me.
Dave
How do
Franco?
you throw people out of this? Because
He was the one
no,
in
he's
Scrubs.
not. Exactly. That's exactly why I know he's the worst one. No,
Wait, what?
no,
His brother?
He's
His
terrible.
brother's in Scrubs. Yeah,
I liked him. Like, I've only seen him in a few things. But wait, when was he in Scrubs?
He was in
one of
the ninth
interns
season.
in the
The
Oh, I
worst
didn't watch
season.
them. Why
He was in
would
the
you go
eighth.
watch it?
Exactly.
The ninth
Exactly.
season is just terrible all around.
Well, I
Like,
thought he was one of the characters with oh god, Jet Jackson.
No, he wasn't in. He
Oh,
wasn't
he
in the
was one of those
regular one.
interns.
He wasn't in the regular one. He was in. He was
Oh,
only in the
shit.
new one. He was only in the
Oh,
new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So
fucked up.
yeah, exactly. So
up.
there it is. We'll have to get back to you guys on how good Franco is in the destruction. What is it? The Disaster Artist. Yeah.
Disaster Artist.
Disaster
Yeah, I haven't
Artist.
seen that yet.
All right. So moving on to a little something more spooky, scary.
Speak.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, I bet you are. HBO's Lovecraft County has come out with a release date and a poster reveal. Everybody, the
It's country.
are no, it's count. Is it country? It's country, isn't it?
I've
Country,
been calling
yeah,
it
Yeah,
Lovecraft
Lovecraft
Country.
Country. I said county, didn't I? Yeah.
I'm so hyped.
Are
My
you
girl
hyped?
Journey's in it. Black Canary. I love her. Yes.
The premiere date for HBO's Lovecraft Country has been revealed in a creepy new poster for the upcoming supernatural horror series from executive producer Misha Green, Jordan Peele, and J.J. Abrams. J.J.
I
Abrams.
was like, yeah. I've never heard of that person before. You got me on that one.
HBO has announced that Lovecraft Country will debut on its premier cable network on Sunday, August 16th. The series premiere will also be available to stream. Oh my gosh.
On HBO.
On HBO. That's
The
just
Max.
that's just letting people know that Drew and the Tartars just hit into the room, everybody, if you heard that.
Oh, I did not hear that.
Oh, sorry, guys. Maybe only I heard it, but whatever. Anyway, yes, HBO Max. And it's going to have 10 episodes running. and we all got to see the trailer in here, right?
Yeah.
So I was gonna
I don't
say
know if they released more than one.
no, just one.
No,
I've
we
only
just have
seen
one right
one.
now.
I've only
Okay.
seen one right
Yeah,
now.
I've only seen that one.
The problem I have with this is I love Jordan Peele's work. Love all his work. Every movie he's made so far. Us, great.
Mhm.
Get Out, great.
Get Out,
Mhm.
amazing. Yeah.
Twilight
haven't watched,
Zone.
Twilight Zone I haven't watched.
Why?
So here's the thing. He makes things that in the black culture are kind of just like everyday things, you know? Like we kind of get, everyday things going on, and he makes them
That's us, the everyday
scary.
thing?
So it was just going on vacation. I'm not saying that's necessarily black culture, but he just makes like everyday things that you don't really think about. He makes them scary. And then, here's the other thing about Us. They had a song in there called I Got Five on It. It's not a horror song. It's not a horror song whatsoever. But he made it. He connected it with it, and now I'm terrified of the song. Song is he's ruined it. I grew up with that song, hearing that song, enjoying that song. Now when I drive down the street and hear that song, I think my doppelganger is going to slit my throat in the backseat. That's what's going to happen.
Okay.
So when I watched the trailer for this Lovecraft Country, and I see all these images that I've seen before, but now in kind of like a horror state with Lovecraftian lore intertwined in it, I was like, you're gonna make another thing that was just regular for me terrifying. Like I feel it. I feel it in my soul.
Cthulhu wasn't terrifying already for you?
Yeah,
Bump Cthulhu.
Lovecraft was already there.
Cthulhu-verse?
The little girl with the braids in her hair, with the menacing look.
It's terrifying.
It is the most horrifying thing I have ever seen. And I had in the trailer, if you ever watch the trailer, she's darkened, so you can't really see. She's like in the shadows, but you can lighten it up and you get a better glimpse of her face. And I was like, well, goodbye sleep. Because that's not happening anymore.
We got it and sent it to our group chat, so we all saw this, and we were all terrified.
Yes, because
in the show, there's nothing going to be wrong with that little girl. She's just going to be a normal little girl.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Of her.
That's just her face, man.
Yeah, it's just her.
But the trailer, or not the trailer, if you haven't seen the poster, it's kind of a car on a single road. It's all kind of got a red tint over it. It's got little tentacles, which are a Lovecraftian thing. Yeah, synonymous with Lovecraft and Cthulhu and all that type of stuff.
He was into hentai.
I didn't get to read actually what the anybody read what the synopsis on this one is? I can't remember what it is. I just know something about a guy going back to
I think he's looking for somebody. It's like his brother or his dad or something. The main character, and that's why he goes to Lovecraft Country.
Yeah, Atticus Black joins his friend Letitia and his uncle George to embark on a road trip across 1950s Jim Crow America in search for his missing father. So first of all, you got the Jim Crow era. That's already scary. That's already scary right there. And then you're gonna add monsters on top of that one. Wow, thank you, Jordan Peele.
I can definitely see that there being a KKK scene where they're all very Lovecraftian, like demons and everything.
Oh yeah, it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down. I'm telling you, he's a horror. I don't know how he transitioned from comedy to horror so seamlessly. But
I mean, it's kind of like how comedians are usually depressed. There's a fine line between those two.
So you're saying he's just scary? Is that what it is? He said, I'm funny, but in my soul,
he's used his funny bone so much that it is just empty. You know what I mean? Like he's just all he's got left is horror and shock and awe. That's all he's got left for emotion.
No more humor, just
he's
darkness.
crushing it. And so as soon as he's done with all these, right, then he's gonna do like an action movie.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. Yeah,
we're gonna do some action movies, bringing them back.
Well, we're gonna see this one, of course. Like I said, August 16th. I'm gonna watch it. I still have HBO for some reason. I think I just forgot to cancel it. I just forgot to cancel it. That's all it was.
I still have it. So,
but I also
movie nights, I'm totally down for this.
Yeah, we got to. Yeah, we definitely got to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to finish Watchmen and then watch this.
Oh yeah, I still do. Yeah.
How have you not finished
You
Watchmen?
gotta finish
What?
Watchmen.
I'm
Watchmen is great.
I've been getting to other shows. I recently just finished What We Do in the Shadows, and then I got into that show, Never Have I Ever. It's that new one on Netflix. So this is it too.
I haven't seen that
Haven't even heard of
one.
that.
Yeah, what is
It's really good. It just came out. I feel like it's American version of Sex Education, and
Mm.
I don't want to give away any spoilers, but it's really hilarious, really well written. So definitely check out Never Have I Ever on Netflix.
Okay.
Never have I ever.
Yes.
J
You're
Lap
the
in
one.
chat asks, "Did you finish Hannibal yet, Rachel?"
I have not. We watched one episode of season 3, and that's it. Yeah.
And there you have
I
it,
mean,
everybody. There's her TED talk right about Hannibal. You still
Yeah,
need
no,
to.
I watched
He's
the
right.
first few seasons, and I absolutely loved it, and then just the end of season 2, and then I saw the beginning of season 3, and it was just so different. I was like, "I don't know how to feel about this." And Emma says, "We gotta power through it, and it gets better," and I was like, "Okay."
I don't like that when they do that in the middle of seasons or middle of series, I should say. Like, oh, season 1 and 2 are amazing. 3's kind of rough, but then 4 comes back and is great. I hate that.
Yeah, it's
Last
good.
one, and I think I'm just having such a hard time because they did a lot of stuff at the end of season 2, but I know it gets better. They just have to set the new scene because it's very vastly different now.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, but I heard it's good overall still.
And then
even season 3 is really great.
you also, since you have HBO still, you still need to finish, or you need to start, I should say, Doom Patrol.
I
Oh,
started
yeah.
that. I watched
I
the
did
first
start that.
episode.
You watched
Yeah.
the first episode? What'd you think?
I watched the first episode. I actually liked it.
Yeah, I think
Brendan
it's
Fraser. That
Oh.
dude, man.
Dude.
He needs to do more stuff.
Yeah,
That man is perfection. I love him.
He's just great.
he gets better as the series goes on, and it's just like, why has he been in the dark so long?
This has to be like one of the toughest roles for the girl who plays Crazy Jane.
Yeah, because she has to switch.
That switch
Yeah,
into a different personality is like you got talent.
yeah.
You got some talent on you.
And you gotta get to the episode where it's kind of focused on her and all the personalities. That's how it's like, man, you have to stretch to pull these different characters out of you, left and right, like all these.
They hit her with oh yeah, you have 64 personalities.
Right?
Like I don't want the role.
Like, how do you go into that audition? Yeah. How do you even
64 personalities?
I feel like that's really good though, especially for an actor, because like the chick that played Liv in iZombie, she had to play so many different personalities
Oh, yeah.
every single
Yeah.
episode.
She did.
And so like you don't get typecast. You can show that you have this big huge range that you could play different types
That's
of
true.
characters, and it's really good for your resume. So if they could pull it off, yes, props to them. It's
Oh
amazing.
no, definite props. I just
Yeah.
like, damn, I don't even want to imagine trying to get into that headspace. Like,
Right?
all right, I'm playing this style of character, and then after my 4th sentence, I got to switch to this person
The
and
method
be
acting.
completely different. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just hats off to you.
Yeah, I could not do that.
And if you haven't watched it, I think season 2 just started too. Everybody at home, I blasted through season 1 of Doom
Doomfist?
Patrol. Yeah, Doom Patrol is season
Doomfist.
2. Doomfist, yes, Doomfist season 2. Everybody.
The main bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to. I'm letting it kind of get a couple of episodes out. That way I can kind of binge them and not be up to date with it and everything like that. Because I can't wait a week each time. Like, if I had to wait a week each of those episodes, I would have been upset. So I'm glad
That's what I did with the second season of Harley Quinn. I just waited till they were all out and I binge watched it. Fucking fantastic.
I need to
loved
see
every
season
second.
3 start because I need this story to keep going. I don't.
Oh.
I want more, basically. And I read an article saying that they need to continue with this story. Like, we need to push it forward. So we'll see.
They really do. It's so good.
We will definitely see.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Speaking of comic books and comic book related things, since the coronavirus has been out and spreading like wildfire, a lot of things have been shutting down, but we have Marvel announcing that their Shang-Chi Legends of the Ten Rings is aiming to begin filming again in the coming months. They're prepping for filming, of course, in Australia at the end of July, And as reports have been saying, around that area or that region of Australia, New Zealand, and all that type of stuff, it seems like they've had a better control on the coronavirus than every other place in the world, America. And so it seems like it's safer there to, I guess, start, filming. Marvel Studios reportedly aimed for the restarted production at Fox Studios in Australia. Deadline's Aussie source claims that Marvel is taking careful steps to return to set, whatever that means. I mean, I guess.
So they probably have to go by like Australian guidelines for the coronavirus.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
now we have 6 feet, wear a mask type shit. They probably
Yeah.
have stuff like that for over
Yeah.
there.
Probably getting
I mean,
people
I imagine
tested.
it's similar, but
And it's
Yeah.
good. I mean, hey, if Australia's the place to go, then Australia's the place to go. Get everybody tested. Make sure everybody's safe over there. Don't bring any new stuff in. What wasn't Tom Hanks was over there with it, right?
yeah, and then
Uh,
he's like
was
recovered
recovered.
over there. and they
Yeah, he
sent him
recovered
back.
over there and everything. Him and his wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, I'd rather just be a castaway over here, guys. I'll stay in Australia.
Should have just stayed there.
Yeah, you've probably been safer.
The cast and crew of Shang-Chi traveled to Australia to be quarantined upon arrival per the county's guideline, says Deadline. Accommodations for those in quarantine are identified by the government. So as soon as they get over there, they're just, boom, right to
Yeah.
quarantine just to make sure
they
that
put 'em
everything's
in
safe.
quarantine for however many weeks, and then once they don't show any signs, they let them. Now you can go out and enjoy the rest of
And that's
the
cool.
country.
Well, that's cool,
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still conflicted by it though.
Why, you don't want it
It's
to...
It's just
I-
it's a gamble for sure.
It's just such a gamble, and it's like putting people's like lives at risk for a movie for entertainment. I just don't feel like it's a necessity that we super need right now, and I just feel like we should be more focused on the pandemic and making sure we keep everybody safe and not risk it.
That's true. I feel you on that one. But
Yeah,
here's my
no, that's
rebuttal.
understandable.
Here's my rebuttal. Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi. All right?
So,
Very
so
good rebuttal.
Rachel, we are
Smart.
gonna run out of content.
Exactly.
soon.
We are running out
That's
of
what I'm saying.
content. Yes.
We need
true.
this.
We need
I
I feel
Shang-Chi.
like we need it just for like to boost morale and like keep people sane. I feel like that's still very important, but at the same time, just like exposing Australia to how fucked up our like situation is
Yeah.
here, I just don't think it's worth it, and I feel like that's just putting Australia as like a jeopardy.
Okay, boom. Alternate plan. Got one for you right
Well,
here.
Australia has attacked tarantulas, so I mean, if worst case scenario, they'll just launch
Tarantulas
a
the
bunch
size
of
your face.
tarantulas at them.
Got an alternate plan for you right here. This is how we do it. We make the whole movie in green screen, one actor at a time.
No.
And then you
No.
just CG everybody together and make it
They
look
did
like...
that for The Hobbit. No.
Exactly. See? Yeah, and The Hobbit, see? That
You're
did
welcome.
well. That did well,
wait,
right?
No, no. It did not do well. It does not hold up. Nobody rewatches them. People rewatch Lord of the Rings. People quote Lord of the Rings. Nobody quotes The Hobbit because they were terrible movies.
I've heard you plenty of times quote The Hobbit when we've been playing video games and stuff like that.
I quote Lord of the Rings, sir.
You've quoted The Hobbit once a times. I've heard you yell like Bilbo and
That's yeah, that's in Lord of the Rings too, man. Get out of here,
We can all just say it's a terrible series.
you sir. I will
it doesn't.
watch
It needs to be
my
buried.
life.
Amazon's
Disney.
wasting $1 billion, and we-
terrible.
You're a waste.
Well, we'll
That's
see.
my rebuttal.
We'll see how well this one. I think, depending on how well Shang-Chi's production goes, I think they're going to use that as a test to see if they're moving forward with anything else.
As soon as if it is successful, hopefully it is, you're just gonna see a bunch of like movie studios launching crews over to like Australia or the UK or
and that will be
wherever.
bad.
And
That
you're
will
just
be
gonna, you're gonna see it
bad.
because they got to make that money somehow, and you know that's how they're gonna see it before safety.
That would
So-
be so bad. You know what? The only way I can see them doing that, or not doing that, it's like a zombie outbreak, basically. You know how you find the safe zone and then everybody goes there, and then all of a sudden one guy gets in that got bit or something like that, and then the whole
and then
colony
it's
is just ruined. That's basically what it
24
is.
weeks later.
Exactly.
It's
That's-
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, so don't do that, guys.
that's
Don't
why you
do
gotta
that.
shoot them first. You just anybody who's
Terrible.
diseased, you just
Here was there. I just read an article that in Dubai, remember those man-made islands? that they did that we were trying to sell off to everybody. Like you can have your own island. Nobody
Those the
bought
ones that were
those.
floating on trash.
No. They were just putting like dirt and land in the water till it piled up to make an actual island. So they have like a whole bunch of islands out there that you can kind of buy your own space. Nobody's using it. Nobody bought anything. Just go use that then. Like if you're Marvel and
It's
you're
not
Disney,
contaminated.
yeah. If you're Marvel, you're Disney. Because nobody's there. Like there's no life there whatsoever. Because it's all man-made islands. So if you're Disney, you have enough money to buy one of those islands. Because this was for public people. This was for rich billionaires to be like, oh, I want to buy an island over there. So why don't you buy your own island, build a studio, and then have strict quarantine, type of regulations that anybody coming in has to go through all these procedures or whatever, and they're away from everybody else. You're away from the entire planet because you're on an island. Just do that.
Terrible.
Just do that.
Then you're gonna find out that you just bought fucking what's his name? Epstein's Island, and then
That's horrible.
Contaminated.
That's horrible.
It's
You have
like the
Fire
worst place in
Festival
the
over again.
world.
Like JLap right in the chat says Dubai made 2 sets of islands, the palm trees and the world islands. They were selling them for millions per island. Disney has that money. They got that money in their shoes. Just break it out, and then build a studio there. Boom. Quarantine island. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do.
I'm pretty sure the Disney family owns an island of their own.
They probably do. Yeah, they probably do.
Yeah.
Secret
Michael
agents.
Eisner? He owns probably half of Australia by now.
And then the last story we have, of course, is a video game reveal called Hyperspace, a new FPS battle royale, was announced by Hyperscape. Oh,
yes, Scape.
Sorry, Scape. Hyperscape. Sorry. It was announced by Ubisoft. We all got to see the trailer before we started the show here. And your initial thoughts, guys?
It doesn't look bad. It actually looks to me it kind of looks more interesting than Apex Legends.
Ooh.
And I know we played that for a while, but I think it's the wrong time.
What do you mean the wrong time?
Like this should have came out maybe like a couple years ago when all the battle royale games were coming out. Because I feel like people already have their own. They gonna play the Fortnite because that's what's already hip and whatever.
Yeah,
people already play Apex, so just adding another one, I think it's just gonna fall flat. Like
it's
the
just
other ones that came out.
it looks the same as everything else I've seen. Like I don't know, it kind of is the same feeling as Apex to me, except a little bit more like inner city, like cyberpunky in a way. But it's just I feel like I've seen this a million times and it didn't feel like anything new. It just kind of felt flat for me, and I love battle royale games, so I
was gonna say
didn't
that.
do it for me.
What about the because that one game from Riot came out, Valorant, and people have kind of been playing that a little bit, right?
Valorant, yeah. My boyfriend Galen, he's been crazy obsessed with it. He was trying to teach me to play it, and I'm just like, I don't know. I tried playing it. I didn't really care for it. I didn't like the game mechanics. I also don't like Riot as a studio itself, so I refuse to play any games by them.
The worst.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
They're
reported
against
on
women,
some of their
against Black Lives
crimes.
Matter, so I'm just like, forget them.
Yeah, they're definitely terrible.
Yeah.
Chad is saying, Razor in chat is saying Valorant is more like CS:GO.
I don't even know what that is. They're all the same.
JLap is saying it's saturated. The market is saturated with FPS
So
battle
saturated.
royales. So
Yeah.
and then West Nile is saying it's a dead horse, been beaten to a pulp. They're too late. So I guess the general
they're too
consensus is just it's a little too late to get an audience for this one. I don't know.
If they wanted to do something similar to Battle Royale, I would like them to go back a little bit more and do something like Team Fortress 2, where it's more like capture the flag, where you're still fighting people, but at least makes it slightly different. It's not like the
It's a
last man
group thing.
standing.
I'm always
Yeah.
down for a capture the flag thing. I really
Yeah.
like capture the flag. I don't know why we don't
Me
have
too,
more of
yeah.
that type
That
of
shit
stuff.
is so fucking fun.
It's
Yeah,
so much fun.
That's actually a good point. Maybe they should go that route where it's
Yeah, it's
know,
still
a
similar,
little
but
more
it's something that's
Overwatchy or
slightly
something.
it's just like different enough to like separate it from everything else.
Yeah, because it looks like it has a good formula. Like whenever you find another copy of the same gun you're already using, you can
Mhm.
upgrade your gun to make
Yeah.
it stronger and better.
That's cool.
So that's a cool concept. Like that's not really in anything that I've played.
Yeah.
So to see that integrated in a game with like that's similar like this, I mean, it's cool, and I'm on board for it. But like again, it's just too late.
I wonder
Yeah.
how hard would that be for any other battle royale though to add a weapon system like that real quick. Like just you're like,
I don't
oh, that's a
know.
good idea. Let me put that in my game.
Yeah, I could
I
see
don't know.
PUBG and like
We'll
Apex
see
doing
when
that really
Fortnite
soon.
adds it.
Fortnite, just go away.
Fortnite actually is doing another event, aren't they, on July 4th? I didn't put that
They
in
just
Yeah.
the
showed
sport. I mean the
Inception,
news.
I think.
They showed Inception.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they did
and
a
then
Nolan night. Yeah, they did like
That's
a
actually really
yeah,
Christopher
cool.
Nolan night.
Yeah,
so
like
they
I don't like
showed the whole
Fortnite,
movie.
but I love like their whole like I don't know. I can't even think of the words. I don't know, just like when they
Events?
do events like that where they did the concert with what was that
Oh
guy?
yeah, with Travis Scott. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was cool.
that was so cool.
Yeah, that was
I
cool.
loved it.
Yeah. I like that whole thing because that was an interactive type of concert and everything like that. Like literally, it was just because whenever I was listening to it or when I watched the videos, I was like, oh, this is kind of an older album and everything that he's doing. But the visuals and the interactive with you and as the player, and this giant Travis Scott, in front of you, that was dope to me. So
Yeah, that was cool.
that was
That
actually a pretty cool thing they did. They need to do a lot more of that type of stuff in other games too.
Well, you started seeing that too because God, Fantasy Star 2
Oh yeah, Fantasy
did
Star
that
2. They did
concert
that. Yeah, they
inside
did a
their game.
concert. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
and I think there was a couple more stories like that, but those are the two that pop into mind was the Travis Scott thing because that was huge.
Yeah.
I want to
Literally,
say,
the in game was huge.
well, I had somebody else. I just had another one that did something like that too, but I can't remember now. But yeah,
I just wanted to point out Steven in the chat and everything. He said Riot did actually speak out for BLM and donated $1 million, which is awesome. But the whole movement first started, I remember them saying things against it. So I'm glad they changed their opinion on it. But they're still really shitty to women, so they still suck.
yeah, we did
Just wanted to correct
we did
myself.
a whole almost
It's true. We did
episode
do a couple
on how
stories
terrible
how
that
terrible
whole
they are.
company is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because obviously they have a following of people that do enjoy their games.
Yep. They
But
make
it's just
great
as a
games.
company, they do some shady and shitty things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on to better news.
Yeah.
Yes.
Public safety alert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wear your
no.
mask.
No, yeah, you definitely
Oh,
always wear a
God.
mask and everything like that. But yeah,
Yes.
I don't
Wear
know.
your mask. Wash your hands. Wipe your butt.
To
Shouldn't
safe.
even be touching my face.
rewind all the way back to Hyperscape, it might definitely be a little too late for this one, but we'll have to see. I mean, they got a technical
Yeah.
test on the PC for that's already out right now as of July 3rd because it's going from the 2nd to the 7th. And then it's supposed to be on all major platforms, PC, Xbox One, and PS4. So, but I didn't see anything about it saying that it's going to be cross-platform, which I think things like this need to be cross-platform right out the gate. Like,
Yeah, it should be because then one you can market it towards completely different audiences and it can make or break your game.
Yeah, because like Fortnite, that's cross-platform, right?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, like
did it
Hey.
start off that way?
It didn't start off
no.
that. None of these games have started off like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
They should definitely do that more because obviously Fortnite, they could be very successful and they do cross-platform. There's no reason not to. Like every game company can do it.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like it's a push a switch or something like that. Because we just got a big update for No Man's Sky where they did cross-platform with everything. So
Nice.
it's, it feels like it's kind of on, the developers and maybe I guess the platform people as well. I'm not that versed in, how it all works, but hopefully that'll be the future going forward.
I hope so.
And that is all of the news stories we had for today, everybody. And I think that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah,
You guys got anything
well,
other tangents that you want to roll on? We can we can
We
do
can
the
talk
wrap.
about season 2 of Harley Quinn unless like Steven,
I
you
have
haven't
not
seen it.
seen
He
it
hasn't
at all,
seen it, so
I
we're
Well, then
gonna-
he sucks. He's
would
lame
not
and
be-
he needs
We're
to
gonna-
watch it ASAP.
I
We're
think
gonna-
I've seen some screenshots, so I know where it's going.
Hmm.
You've probably
It
seen a
is
lot of stuff because they did a lot of spoilers on YouTube. They did a bunch of spoilers on
Yeah.
YouTube because I saw
Got
that.
spoilers
know,
on Twitter.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll wrap it up right there. So thank you for listening to Before You Log Off, everybody. If you enjoyed the show, go ahead and give us a follow on all social medias. We're on Facebook. We're on Friendster. We're on
Friendster.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You never
we
heard of
have a
Friendster?
TikTok.
Do we have a MySpace as well?
We have a MySpace. We have a
Yeah, we
TikTok.
do.
We have a Snapchat. We have a
Now, do
Twitter.
we use these things? Probably not.
Only thing we don't have is an OnlyFans.
Twitter is the biggest one.
What?
Yeah.
It'd be so perfect.
Yeah.
What about Aaron's cockatoo? I thought that was.
That's my personal one. How dare you?
Is
That's
that just
my
for the
personal
stream?
one.
Is that just for the stream?
That's my personal one. How dare you?
I
Oh
mean,
my
like,
gosh.
think of it. OnlyFans, the name before you log off, you could definitely do a pun with that for your OnlyFans. I'm not
That's
gonna say it.
terrible.
You can.
I don't know.
Uh,
No, stop there.
So anyway, all you
know.
have to do to find us on any of those platforms is just type in before you log off, and you should be able to find us.
Yeah, you should be able to find us.
Uh,
Big shout out to Aaron for making this beautiful overlay that we have.
oh
here
yeah,
for
if
the
you
show.
thank you.
So
If you haven't,
congratulations.
if you haven't come out to our live streams to even watch us play video games like we used to, we're now going to be doing the podcast live.
Yes.
You know, because what is it? Necessity is the mother of invention, and this is what we're going with. We need it because we
Yeah.
couldn't be in the same room, so boom.
Yeah, we finally decided to adapt
Yes,
and stop
Yeah.
being lazy and get more creative.
it took a
So
while.
we're back, people.
Yeah, we're back.
I'm very excited. I absolutely love this, and I love the whole layout. The opener you did, the starting soon page. You did a great job, Aaron.
Thank
It's-
you.
It's fantastic.
Thank you,
Yes,
thank you.
again. Good
And
job.
hopefully the chat, you guys will be back next time as well. And we gotta get something to like get them more interactive with it as well too. I know I know we haven't really paid too much attention during the podcast, but again, there's gonna be people that just listen to this, so you know, it's kind of difficult.
I want some more user submitted questions.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
We
get
can
we'll get
branch off of
like,
tangents on
links.
that. That's a thing.
we'll have a
Maybe,
segment tangent time where we get
course.
all the chatters and everything involved more. So
And don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, Adam has not died from coronavirus that we know
He's
of.
still alive.
He's still alive, and hopefully will be able to join us on the next one.
yeah.
You know what
Me
I
and
mean?
him can talk about Lord of the Rings and
Oh God, I'm
Ugh.
outnumbered now, Aaron.
Ugh.
Oh no,
Ah,
what have we done?
yeah.
I don't like the shift to be
Oh,
one
God.
there.
God.
That's okay. You guys can all be on Star Wars team, and I could be on Star Trek. So if you want to argue about,
I have nothing wrong with Star
Yeah, I
Trek.
have nothing wrong with either of them.
They're
So
both good franchises.
yeah, we're fans of all the stars.
Star Trek
fine.
had a Reading Rainbow on it, so that's good.
More of a Spaceballs type of person, but you know.
I actually no.
She doesn't like.
Don't
Remember, we've
get
said that
off
she
That is
doesn't
the
like
Mel
Spaceballs.
Brooks I
you are
not
We've said
the
that.
worst.
Yeah,
You are the worst
No.
person.
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
You're
Yeah.
good. Yes.
Young
okay.
Frankenstein. Yes. Blazing Saddles.
Spaceballs
Yes. Spaceballs.
is where
No.
it's at.
Throw in the trash.
That is hilarious.
Anyway, everybody, thank you for listening again. For the internationally known Steven Gutierrez,
Hello.
Crazy Catwoman Rachel.
Hi. Meow, I guess.
Wow, let's never do that again. I am Sir Aaron
Oh,
Carter
okay.
saying that is enough internet for today.